live yet. Just hear my coffee brewing up. I'm gonna put the phone down a little bit. Just getting ready. Charging my phone, making my bed. Excited about my coffee. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. Oh, do I have a lot to talk about with you, Julie Flanagan. Almost called you during the night. Got up and wrote a long email to somebody during the night that's in an important position for important people in my life. And had a lot of thoughts racing through my mind about those important people in my life. Things I wanted to verbalize to this someone that gets to decide their fate. Honestly, it seems ridiculous that somebody, I wouldn't want to be, I think it'd be hard for me to be a judge or even somebody that gets to decide others' fates a whole heck of a lot. And I have somebody I'm working with that's deciding the fates of some very important people in my life. And I reached out to him during the night and wrote a long email explaining my thoughts and speaking for those that can't speak for themselves. But yeah, it's weighed heavily on me the last bit. And almost to the point that I feel I've done this show 6 years, and I feel myself healing over the last 6 years and getting in a better position. Sometimes I made decisions that put me in a worse place. But I thought through the use of gratitude and faith and self-improvement and acceptance and various other tactics that I'd gotten beyond mental trauma, if you will. And I think I'm not a purist in the words of the Bible. I don't believe I think the Bible is the greatest self-help book ever written. And I think if you have faith that life on this planet is heavenly, and if you don't have faith, it can be hellish. And I think the devil, in my mind, is the negative thoughts and the evil thoughts and the bad stuff we do on this planet. And I think the more we live a life and live a life, like you hear the expression, what would Jesus do? And if you do things as Jesus would, you will feel better about who you are and the decisions you're making and the day you're facing and the challenges you're dealing with. But I think it's important to realize no matter how much work we do on our own stuff, the devil and bad thoughts aren't too far away and maybe just around the corner. And I was experiencing them the last couple nights. A lot of negative thoughts and a lot of worry and a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety over stuff that's out of my control. hopefully I won't let it fester with me for the next 30 years of my life like it did my first 30 years of my life. So think maybe just some awareness about it. Is growth enough? Yeah. So let's go get some coffee. Got a special announcement for you guys. You guys are gonna be really excited. Hold on, I usually have my phone on the gimbal. Let's see how I can do this. I usually have my phone on the gimbal. Wrong button. Whee! There. We'll go like that. Let's pick a coffee cup. Let's decide where we're gonna sit. For years, I thought this show was therapy for me. And over the last couple of years, I don't think it's been therapy as much. There's been times. I don't know how many people out there were watching in January or February where I did like a 3-hour show, and it was in my car, and it was a rant and just to let it all hang out and see what happens. What was going on in my life where I really held nothing back at all. I actually deleted that video because I thought that's what Jesus would do. Some people thought it was my best. I don't know if I wanted to leave that out there though. But some of the stuff I was facing in January is still around. And I found myself looking in the proverbial rear view mirror, not out of want, but out of necessity. Because there are things in my life that I can't just abandon and turn my back on and leave it up to somebody else to take care of that is in no situation to take care of responsibly. So it's had me looking in the rearview mirror, and it's summoning up some of the yuckiest thoughts. Some yucky thoughts. Yeah. I don't know. Bob Ballard's drinking some Colombian coffee. So let's get into the intro and just see where this show goes. I thought I wasn't even going to talk today. But I will. So good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is, I guess it's Friday morning. It is July 25th. It is 6:09 a.m. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life. Kind of sharing the adventures we have in life. Oh, I am excited, by the way. Good morning, Angela. But for those that have been watching a while, you know it is not just a show about me talking. You know, it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I am so excited to have my first sip at this early hour. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that You got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of you. Cheers to us. Oh. It's been a long time. It's the pumpkin spice. It's the Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice. And tastes really good. I'm gonna have another sip. Cheers, Julie. Oh, I have a somewhat skeptical, my taste buds are somewhat skeptical today. I bought the Dunkin' Donuts. I went to Walmart yesterday and was there to buy Black Rifle coffee because I'd fallen for it and enjoyed it a few weeks ago. And the store that I usually shop at was selling it for like 15 or 16 bucks a bag. And frankly, that's just more than I want to pay for a bag of coffee. So I went to Walmart to see if it was there, and it was there, and it was like 11 bucks, which to me is high end of acceptable. But I guess it's good coffee, so you get what you pay for. But I realized there was a bag of Starbucks pumpkin spice sitting in that aisle as well, and grabbed it, and I was super excited. The pumpkin spice was back in stock. But for some reason, next to it, there was a bag of Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice. It was $3.50. I didn't look for an expiration date. I don't generally. I don't care. Maybe it could have been sitting on some deep, dark shelf from last year. I mean, it tastes great. So I put the bag of Starbucks pumpkin spice back that was like $8.99 and bought the Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice, and here I am. Oh, Mike says Black Rifle Coffee makes big donations to Democrats. Well, Mike, Starbucks probably does as well, and I don't care. I don't care. You know, Democrats need supported too. Yeah. I mean, I kind of think that's free market, and I mean, I buy Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I think that offends some people because somebody on one of my videos called them commies or something like that. I don't know. You know, I wouldn't do business. I mean, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but I'm not one of these people that, I don't know, will try and cancel or picket or what have you. I mean, maybe if I thought it was important enough, but just because Black Rifle makes donations to, and I don't even know if it's true, but somebody said Black Rifle makes donations to Democrats, and I mean, that's fine. They have a voice too. Oh, I'd be a little surprised that Black Rifle makes big donations to Democrats just by their, I mean, marketing. But I mean, it's cool. It would please me a little bit. I think, okay, we'll hit politics. I think, okay, sorry, Julie, cover your ears. I think the Democratic Party did a tremendous disservice to itself by distancing itself from the American flag, from cops, and towards certain other areas, groups in our country. And they did it 4 or 5 years ago, and they set the wheels in motion for our current political, the president that we have and the policies that are being made. I think the Democrats were dumb. They did distance themselves from the American flag. They did distance themselves from cops. Uh, and I just think that was a political, huge mistake. And that's why we have Trump in office, and, you know, for those people that are angry at me, I voted for Trump, but if you're angry at me that Trump's in office, don't be. Look at yourself in the mirror. And remember 5 years ago when you equated the American flag to racism and wanted to defund the police. Yeah. That's why we have the politician, the president we did. But anyway, enough about that. Enough about that. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. It's Friday morning. Did I say it was Saturday morning on the title of this? Let's see. Same in England. First, the English flag was really ready. Now it's the whole British flag. We've all got flaws. We certainly do. We certainly do. Hello, Mob City, and how are you? So the fact that Black Rifle gives money to Democrats doesn't bother me. I'm not anti-Democrat. I'm anti-crazy. And yeah, you could argue that Trump's crazy. But I thought out of the two crazies, Trump was the safer choice. Sophie said she loves the USA, but she's genuinely scared to go now. Why would you be scared to go to the United States? I think that's probably believing. I think that's unnecessary, right? Most of us here are in America. I don't think most of us are at all frightened about our day as we walk through our day. So Sophie, I don't know why you'd get detained and have your stuff searched for nothing. Well, first of all, Sophie, are you hiding anything in your stuff? I've never had my stuff searched for nothing. And the only times I've been detained, I mean, I got a DUI, I was detained. But I had it coming, I guess is my point. So when you say you're afraid to come to America because your stuff might get searched for nothing, I mean, I don't think your stuff's gonna get searched for nothing. But just the fact that you're concerned your stuff is gonna get searched makes me wonder if maybe your stuff should be searched. Do you know what I mean? What exactly are you hiding in your stuff, Sophie? I have nothing to hide. Okay. Well, then your stuff's probably, I don't know why your stuff would be being searched. I mean, your stuff kind of gets searched when you go on a plane, right? I think that's kind of commonplace. And I'd rather people's stuff get searched a little bit when they're going on a plane. I think we could all probably agree. But outside of when you're getting on the plane, I don't really envision your stuff getting searched. So if you really want to come to America, yeah, I think you're believing something that, I don't know, you're hearing on the news. Oh. All right. Well, yeah, outside of the airport, I've never, and I mean, Yeah, outside of when I've done something very wrong, your stuff won't be searched. Somebody said I'm all dressed up. I don't know that I'm all dressed up. It's just my regular PJs are in the wash. Did laundry last night, so I had to wear a different pair. I mean, if you're saying I look damn good, well, thank you. But it's really, I mean, I think they might be both such a dark blue that they almost look black. But I really don't feel that I'm all dressed up. I'm just wearing, my PJ pants are dirty. They're clean, but they're wet. And now they're being dried. Somebody said it is what we hear on the news. Yeah, again, Sophie, come on over. I don't think you're going to have any issue in the United States. And again, you said your stuff will be searched for nothing. It made me worried about what stuff you're carrying. You know, holy crap. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on with the, some might call them illegal aliens, and I don't like that term, really. You know, I don't have any issue with people that are from Mexico that are here, really. I mean, ideally, they'd be here legally. I think in their mind, they'd be here legally. But it seems like they're under more risk than other people. Yeah. Is this monochromatic? Are you using Pink Floyd quite? Kevin says he doesn't approach women because he's black. What do you mean by that? You heard about people having their phones searched. I don't know. I mean, it's possible my phone's being searched right now. But I mean, if anybody's searching my phone, it's probably somebody in China, right? I don't know. Are all governments searching our phones? I mean, do all governments search our phones? I mean, I don't know. Who knows what can go on when we put ourselves out there, when we order stuff online, when we scroll Facebook or post a video on YouTube. Somebody says they hear Canada searches a lot of phones at airports. I don't know. Good morning, Tanya Flanagan. How have you been? The Temu app apparently changes your settings. I mean, I blame Julie Flanagan for that. She's the one that told me about Temu. Said I should be ordering things left and right from Temu. Julie's left of center. She obviously supports the communist regime in China. I'm not totally sure how far I could push Julie on the political jokes, but she's got a good spirit about it. I know she and I don't see eye to eye. So when somebody that's a little left of center tells me about Temu, it gives me an opportunity to say, they support the Chinese government. I don't really think she does. Good morning, Opal. Well, I appreciate you biting your tongue for me, Julie. Kevin keeps saying his skin color offends women. Well, I don't know. Kevin, your skin color probably does offend certain women, and my skin color probably offends certain women. And my blue eyes is probably not what certain women are from. So you just getting on here saying your skin color, I don't even know what your skin color is, offends certain women. Yeah, what do you, what are we gonna do? Make a law that women can't have tastes and they're men? They can't, do they have to like men that have bald heads or white skin or blue eyes? What if they don't? So if somebody's offended by your appearance, I guess I'd say find somebody that's not. Yeah. Find somebody that's not. Yeah. Kevin is getting a lot of love on this channel. I don't even know who this Kevin is, but he said women are offended by his skin color. And again, I don't even know what skin color Kevin is. I mean, I doubt they're offended. I mean, they can't be offended. They might not be drawn to it, but I mean, that's true if you are born with all sorts of looks. I mean, looks matter apparently in society. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Lisa, why are you asking me so much about my family? Lisa, it's kind of made me uncomfortable. I don't even know who you are. But the last 2 days you've hopped on my show and you've asked me repetitive questions about my family. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel like you're not here because you care about my family, but you're here to pry. And is that true? Is that true? Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'd rather you not be. If you care, I'd answer, but you keep asking me questions about my family and it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know who you are. I'd talk about what I'll talk about, and I'm not, but at least, so I'm guessing, Lisa, you're not here for good reasons, because you've asked several questions about my family when I'm not even talking about it, and I don't know who you are. But okay, Lisa, you sincerely wondered, but you also asked if my daughters are going with me to a wedding. And again, I don't know who you are. And why do you sincerely wonder how my dad is? Because again, do you understand what I'm saying, Lisa? If you're okay, if you're not a bad person, but you've been machine gunning me asking questions about people in my family. It made me uncomfortable because I don't know who you are. If it comes up in conversation, I'm okay with it, but I've been ignoring your questions for 2 days now because, well, yeah, I mean, just, you know what I mean. You're asking about how my dad's doing. I don't know. It's doing good. Or when's my nephew coming, or are my daughters going with me to this wedding? Oh no, that's not true, Lester. I don't know Lisa. I don't hate her. I just don't know her. She was making me uncomfortable. There's no doubt about that. I need to get some more coffee. Oh. But I am scheduled to have a lot of visitors. I was supposed to just have my nephew coming tonight. I lost my sister, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago. And she died after an amazingly short battle with breast cancer. And she had 6 kids. And those 6 kids range from 16 to probably 26, I think, and have lost their mom. And I feel for them. And I talked about it at length. It's devastating losing your little sister, but what my heart bled for the most was her 6 kids who lost their mom way too soon. And my nephew was supposed to come up today, and he is, but he's bringing his sister, which is awesome because she's the youngest. And all of a sudden, sometime during the night, I got a text from another brother saying, "Hey, would there be room for me?" And I go, "Yeah, we'll make it work." I live in a 1-bedroom, so I'm having 3 visitors, I thought, at this point. And then as I'm laying down in bed, the oldest one said, "Hey, it sounds like there's a party at your house. Is there any way we could make it work? I'll sleep on the floor." And I go, "Yeah, come on. Bring some covers, bring some pillows, but I'd love to have you guys. We'll make it work one way or the other." So it sounds like I'm having 4 of my nieces and nephews come tonight, which will be awesome. Because they probably need, I probably need them too. I miss my kids. It'll be good to have visitors. I had one of them come a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago, and he had a good time, and he's coming back tonight. I texted my daughters, "Oh my gosh, Abe, Jesse, Naomi, and Isaac are all coming tonight." And Aaron responded, Aaron's my oldest daughter, "Oh my gosh, where are they all going to sleep?" And I said, "We'll make it work." Do you know what this data was thinking or hoping for? Was that maybe his 2 oldest daughters would make it come on up as well. I know they probably can't, but I was hoping they'd be so excited. I think when you're young, I think cousins are really neat when you're young. And they're your best friends almost that you don't see very often. And I was kind of hoping that, I have no idea if I think it'll work. I have a huge queen size air mattress that can sleep 2. I have this futon that folds down that it can sleep 2, I think, if you're siblings. And I have my queen size bed in my bedroom that can sleep me. I don't know. I shouldn't share it. Part of me wants to let my niece get her own bed, but she's also a kid. I don't know what I should do. I don't know that I want to share a bed with one of my adult-sized nephews. Plus, I could keep them all out here. Hide in my bedroom, sneak out in the morning and make some coffee, and I don't know, do my show in the morning. Somebody said a girl needs her own bed. I kind of think so. But I don't know. I think my sister and I could have slept in the same bed and not had it felt weird. Other than there's an adult-sized human being. Yeah. Cots were always the go-to. Hey, I live in a one-bedroom apartment. I'm sleeping 4, 5, counting me. It wasn't planned. I think the accommodations are going to be quite nice, actually. I have plenty of fruit, plenty of ice cream, oh, even some Ben and Jerry's for them. And it'll be a good time. Yeah. Mike says he likes sleeping on the floor. I don't know if I'd like sleeping on the floor. Abe said he would, but again, I've got 3 queen-size beds. We could make that work. You have no problem sleeping on a hard floor if you have pillow and blankets? Well, Mike, you're more rugged than I. Yeah, you're more rugged than I. Just for the record, my pillow and blanket supply isn't overwhelming. I told them to bring pillows and some blankets. And their mom had these kind of cool fold-up little mattressy things. I said, hey, bring a couple of those. That could probably help. Would I ever consider having a co-host or have guests on my show? Nah, I mean, I've had guests on my show. I've even had co-hosts. Yeah, I've had co-hosts and guests. I had Julie Flanagan was a guest. I've had politicians as guests. I've interviewed a bunch of people. I've had my ex-wife was a regular on my show. Go back. Go back. Anything you want to know is there. I've been doing this show 6 years. I don't know how long I've actually posted the videos to YouTube. But certainly, since I've been sober for 3.5 years, pretty much all the videos are posted on YouTube, I think. Or on TikTok. They're somewhere out there. Someone else said they decided to get rid of all my belongings a while back, and that included your bed. I slept on the floor with just a blanket and pillow for about 2 years. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of got rid of all my belongings, but it wasn't like a decision as much as a divorce and a devastation of my financialness. And moving into my car caused me to get rid of my stuff. I wouldn't get rid of my bed just for sport, to sleep on the floor. I mean, that doesn't sound fun at all. It's not that glorious sleeping on the floor. Somebody asked me a little bit ago, did I sleep on the floor when I moved into my apartment? Yeah, for the first 4 or 5 days, but I had the first thing I did, I moved into this apartment on March 27th. That day I went out and went to Walmart and had about $110 to spend, and that was all I had to spend. And like 75 of it were spent on one of those foam mattress tops because I knew I wouldn't be sleeping on my floor, and wanted to make it somewhat okay. And it was somewhat okay. You know, it really wasn't too bad. And about a week later, I bought an air mattress, and a couple months after that, I bought a bed. Someone else says they haven't seen any episodes where I had a co-host or guest. Well, yeah, this show's, I'm not gonna have a co-host. Yeah, I don't have a co-host. I've done that. I had a whole social media channel rotating around my ex-wife and I. Let me tell you, it causes a lot of complications when she becomes your ex-wife. Got ugly. My content had to change quickly. Yeah, someone else. You go back and watch older videos on here. You'll get the inside story. Again, I talked at length about my separation and my sobriety as it was happening on some of my earliest YouTube videos. Yeah. And I think it's probably great stuff, honestly, because I was going through it, and it was fresh. Still going through it. I think we're all still going through it. I talked earlier about how the devil is just around the corner, and I think he always is. And I think we need a refresher with our faith from time to time, and a refresher with our gratitude. Because bad thoughts and anxiety and worry and fear are always just around the corner, and life's going to come and roll over us as life does. I'm watching The Chosen. The disciples are doubting Jesus. Jesus is not understanding how the disciples aren't getting his message. To be honest, if I was a disciple, I wouldn't be buying what Jesus is selling really at all. I find his words very cryptic. I think if he did a different job of calling himself the gate, or I think if he didn't speak so cryptically, but I think that's probably part of what faith is. Because if he would have just come out and said, hey, if you believe in me and believe that I died on the cross for your sins, you'll feel good, or you'll go to heaven, or whatever. I don't know, maybe the book wouldn't be as popular. It's interesting because you're seeing the guys that are writing the words down, apparently Matthew and John. And it's funny, I use those words, those names, and when I would have said Matthew and John, who apparently were sitting there writing, taking notes whenever Jesus gave a big speech. Before, when I pictured Matthew and John, I pictured angelic type people. But now I'm picturing these two flawed dudes in this show. Yeah. Did anyone else see, can I change the subject real quickly? Did anyone else see that there's going to be Happy Gilmore 2 coming out today, I think? Happy Gilmore 2. I'm not sure. I wonder how big of a cash grab it is. I mean, it's got to be a huge cash grab, but I mean, I can't necessarily begrudge Adam Sandler doing a cash grab. Good morning, Tanya. It looks like my apartment is coming together. Have you not seen my apartment, Tanya? Have you not seen? Would I still be a good person reaching out to others without God? That's a great question, John. I think I'd be a good person, but I wouldn't be as kind to myself. if I didn't believe in God. I think the person I was meanest to was me, because any of the flaws or fears or worries or anxieties or the angers or whatever I had, I thought defined me as a human being. And now I've learned to forgive myself if I don't know, make up something. Say I'm mad at Julie Flanagan for something. I'll probably forgive myself those feelings. And she and I would be able to come to peace together, because I think we can both forgive ourselves, our feelings, and realize they're just feelings and they aren't really who we are, and they're just temporary blips on our lives. Matt Acoustic says, that is what religion does a great job at, giving people hope. Well, if it gives people hope, that's reason enough for it. You know. Mama said she thinks my apartment looks great. Have you not seen my apartment, Tanya, again? Tanya, do you want a tour of my apartment, Tanya? You had threatened to come up and bring me some pies about 10 months ago when I was in my car eating pumpkin pie. I think that was Tanya's first video she saw of me. I was in my Kia Soul in the front seat eating pumpkin pie right out of the pan, and I tell you what, it was delicious. Someone else said they'd prefer an uncomfortable truth instead of a fantastic lie. So whatever is true is where you'll be found. I think even the definition of truth has changed in my mind. Doing this show has changed my perspective on true. Watching the news has changed my perspective on true. What you perceive is your truth. Yeah. I'm gonna try something here and see. Hold on here, let me see if I can do this a little bit. See if I can charge my phone. It's not working. Ooh, going the wrong way. There we go. No, doesn't quite work. Well, we'll just do this. My phone's now charging. Anytime anybody says they're a realist, yeah. Watch out for the realists. They're more pessimistic than the pessimists. Because again, I don't think any of us know again, I'll just say I think our truth is perceived through our lenses that are our eyes. Matt Acoustic wants me to show them proof. No. I don't need to prove anything to you, Matt Acoustic. Yeah. I was at church, I don't know, 6-7 months ago, and I was sitting in a room. I was in a small group session. I wasn't that impressed with the small group session. To be honest, I wasn't even super impressed with some of the people that were at this, that were leading our group. I wasn't. I just didn't think they were very spiritually in tune or what have you. But we were going around the room and they were all wishing they had some proof about this or about that. And I think they're missing the point. I think the whole point of it is faith. I don't think it would work or be as powerful if we had proof. You know, again, the disciples were wondering in the show last night about hard lessons and why certain people, bad things were happening to, and Thomas's fiance was killed by a Roman, and he's angry at Jesus for not bringing her back. And we don't always understand why things happen. And we're never going to. But having faith that there's a reason, I'll tell you what gives you a hell of a lot of strength. Yeah. So it's Friday morning. Excited about my day. I don't think I got enough sleep. I'm a little worried that there's 6 of them. What if the other 2 came? I mean, one of them lives in New York, so she probably won't come. I'll almost feel bad for the one that doesn't come, Sammy. But if he doesn't come, I gotta assume he didn't want to come. But, yeah, looking forward to my day. I'm working today. Picked up a shift. I'd lowered my schedule at my first job to Sundays and Mondays, which will allow me to pick up work at both jobs the other days. And there was a shift available during the day today, so I'm going to go in and do some work. Make a little money, feel productive, feel purposeful. It's good to feel purposeful. It's good to make money. Moves me forward a little bit. But it's not one of those marathon days at the office that honestly I somewhat dread a little bit. I talk a lot about the difference between having to go to work and getting to go to work, and I'm pretty good at that. But I'll tell you what, when I'm eyeballing an 11-hour shift, sometimes it's challenging to feel I get to go. But for like 5 or 6 hours at this job, it's perfect. It's wheelhouse. I'm looking forward to it. In no way affiliated said, asking someone if you can ask a question always seems funny to me. It certainly does as well. Why do I think I struggle so much with sleep? I don't know that I struggle so much with sleep at all, Loopy Lucy. I do sleep better now that I stopped drinking. Hello, Tammy. How are you? How are you, Tammy? I actually met Tammy. Tammy Goldspink is on right now, and I met her. She's a woman. I don't know, Tammy, I guess we've only met once, and we maybe only talked that once. We've exchanged messages. She's from England, and she's lived in Naperville for a while, and she was on a return trip to Naperville, and she met me out at Starbucks, and it was wonderful meeting her, and yeah, so somebody watching from England, is here. Lisa, can I talk directly to you? I honestly don't believe that you're really concerned about my dad or my nephews or anything about me, Lisa. I don't know who you are. but I'm going to bet your account has only been around for a few days. Can somebody look up Lisa and tell me how long her account's been here? I'll bet she's only been around for a few days. And I'm trying to be nice to you, Lisa. But I don't know why I'm going to guess your account's been created in the last week. And you're not here because you care about my dad or you care about my nephews or anything. And I just don't get that. So if you're here to pry or cause trouble, I'd just rather you not be. Oh. Should I give Marian Gresha a shout out from Sri Lanka? Perhaps I just did. Perhaps I just did. I don't get near enough viewers from Sri Lanka. You're being a little greedy, Marian. I just did. You can't ask for another shout out. Oh, okay. Well, you're welcome. Sri Lanka. Is that over by India somewhere? I think that it is. I think that it is. Austin Sherlock, it is not Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is like a black belt in a bunch of different martial arts and is in really good shape and has a ton of money. And that's not me. But I'm not jealous of Joe Rogan at all, by the way, or at all. I wonder how you guys feel. Are you envious? Do you want to be somebody else? Or are you happy with who you are? I'm not saying perfectly happy with who you are, or maybe you wouldn't like to improve or be taller or shorter or thinner or fatter or stronger or better looking. But I wouldn't trade my spot. All right, way to go, Julie. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be anybody else. Obsidian wants to be a better version of themselves. Well, that's a good goal, but I think there's such a fine line to being kind to who you are today while aspiring to be the best version of yourself tomorrow. And I think that's a great goal, but you gotta, I think first love who you are today and realize who you are today isn't necessarily who you'll be tomorrow. And hopefully you can be a little better tomorrow. Duchess says they're good. They don't want to be anyone else. Well, good. I think we should all feel that way. I mean, I say that, and people call me a narcissist for it. I don't know. I should hope we all feel pretty good about who we are. You're working in the best version of yourself every single day. Way to go. Stank loves who he is, but only when you picture yourself in a Lamborghini with a bag of cash. Well. So how often have you actually been in a Lamborghini with a bag of cash? Because unless you're spending a lot of time in a Lamborghini with a bag of cash, and that's the only time you love who you are, you're in for, all right, well, yeah, you're in for a tough time. You're not going to like yourself very much. But I guess if I have a message, is you can start loving yourself as you are today, even if you don't like where you are today. You know, like I said, as long as you're working towards a better tomorrow. And I think we can all do that despite our age or our looks or our gifts or our troubles or our struggles. We can get a little better tomorrow. Hello, Mohammed from Iran. How are you? Matt Acoustic said, money isn't everything. People find that out when a health scare arises. Then just watch how that money isn't important. I think you find out money isn't everything when you have money. Because I think people with money realize that money isn't everything. Because they're still, you know, maybe they don't have to stress over bills. And I mean, I've gotten in myself in better financial situations, so I'm not afraid of going to the mailbox and getting a bill and not being able to pay it. That kind of sucks. But I think when you have money, you realize money isn't everything. Money will get you better doctors. Yeah, but even better doctors. If it's your time, it's your time. I mean, you guys are all seem infatuated with people who have died recently. I don't know why. You know. But either way, all those people that died recently had money. And better doctors doesn't always mean so much. Somebody said, I project way too much holy moly. Well, Carl is your name. If I project too much holy moly, stop watching. Right? My ex finds it keeps him out of jail. He's got money, but I agree with you. Huh. Carl doesn't want to stop watching. He wants me to become who he wants me to be. Well, that's just not going to work, Carl. You know, that's just not going to work. If you think I'm going to change for some guy named Carl Smith, who I've never heard of, it ain't going to happen. And my advice to you would be, if you are hoping the world changes to please you, you're going to be very disappointed. Yeah, holy smokes. Like you. See, again, I'll bet you Carl Smith hasn't had an account very long. I talk a lot about my sobriety. Am I concerned that I will ever relapse? No. I'm not concerned I will ever relapse at all. And I don't even know if I've mentioned sobriety on this show. Uh, yeah, I don't know if I've talked about sobriety at all, but am I concerned I'll ever relapse? No. Will I ever relapse? I don't even consider it relapsing. I think maybe, again, I think relapsing is medical mumbo jumbo words. Will I ever want to drink again? If I do, I will. I wouldn't call it a relapse. I'd say I wanted to drink again. I'm on a lot of alcohol connected pages on Facebook, and a lot of people are so crushed with shame and because they drank last night after 7 months sober, and they feel like their life is over. I'm telling you, I am telling you, if you take the power back and say, well, I chose to drink last night, I wanted to drink last night, and I don't want to drink tonight, it's not a relapse, it was just a choice you made. And that gives you control and gives you the power. And if you don't, if I want to drink again, I will drink. But I don't think I want to. I like myself better not drinking. I've been around alcohol. I mean, I got, I don't know, 25 bars within, I don't know, 300 yards of me. If you can control it, then it's fine. It's an issue if you can't. I don't know what that means. It will happen. Matt Acoustic, that seems very strange of you to say. Addicts often have slips throughout their sobriety. Well, you just used 3 words that I wouldn't even use to describe me, really. You called me an addict, you said it would be a slip, and you call this sobriety. Drinking is bad if you abuse it, said Ruben Silva. I would say most people do abuse it, Ruben, and I certainly did. Yeah, I certainly did. Matt Acoustic, I'm almost worried about you. I'm going to guess, Matt Acoustic, you're not very happy at all in life. And that you probably go through more, and I'm not judging, but I'm just reading your comments. And they don't feel very uplifting. And if your comments aren't uplifting, you can't feel very good. Ruben said, I'll be sweet. Duchess of Petty said there are some severely unhappy people on the YouTube streets. Yeah, it seems like it. You drink each night I can't even read that. That doesn't make much sense. Oh. Do I own a thong? No. No, I don't own a thong. But thank you for asking. I used to think I had pretty good legs and probably a pretty good butt. I mean, I hope I still do, but I certainly don't run as much as I used to. I don't know how I would look in a thong. I mean, I don't know if men generally look good in thongs. Is a thong the thing that goes in front or the thing that goes in back? Like a thong bikini is a very thin one in back, right? So a thong isn't what covers a man up, is it? Big Man wants to know what they walked in on. Somebody asked if I had a thong. Hello from Germany. LB thinks I'd look great. I only drink 1 month of the week and only if the wrong lane. That's funny. That's a jock strap. All right. Now, jock strap is some sport thing. Hold on here. I think we figured out the most ridiculous question to ask someone after meeting them for the first time. Could be. Have a great day, Julie. It sure is always an adventure. It sure is. Have a wonderful day. Well, what a fun show we've had today. And a great, great audience. I've got more pumpkin spice coffee. I don't need to go. My phone's somewhat charged. Tanya Flanagan, are you still out there? Let's see what happens if I pull this down. There we go. Oopsie, let's go get a little more coffee. Let us go get a little more coffee. Matt Acoustic said, "This is my last visit to my channel." And my personal attack was not surprising. Okay. Matt Acoustic, that's okay. I'll be okay if you don't ever visit my channel again. Goodbye. Parting is such sweet sorrow. No, I know, Big Bang. The people that make the most noise when they say they're leaving never leave. You know? Never leave. It's the weirdest thing. I'm going now. Okay. So funny. I'm going to need your license and registration. Well, we've had a wonderful audience this Friday morning. I'll tell you what, I'm so psyched that I'm only working a few hours and not the full day. 11-hour shifts are not much fun for me. Maybe they're not designed to be fun. I was thinking maybe I could almost work every day from like 11 to 5. I wonder if I'd like that. Are you better off working like 4 10-hour shifts or, 7 6-hour shifts? What's the most amount of money I made in a single year? $452,000. Well, thank you, Obsidian. Charlotte, where are you from? Where are you from? Oh, we got a whole bunch of new people on that I'm not that familiar with. It's kind of nice. I mean, I love the people I'm familiar with, but it's nice getting out to a new audience and new people hopping on. So I appreciate anybody new here. Again, I go live every morning on YouTube. I talk for generally about an hour, sometimes longer, sometimes a little less, but usually a little longer. Drink all sorts of coffee. I'm enjoying the pumpkin spice today by Dunkin' Donuts. And I'm excited about my day. Mako says 410s you prefer. I could see that, but in what I do, a 10-hour day feels very grueling. I think certain jobs are intended to work long periods and certain jobs are better in spurts. Do I feel amazing? Again, somebody asked me that a few weeks ago. Amazing seems like a strange word. Did I say I feel amazing? I feel good. Feel excited. Feel I have a whole bunch of fruit in my fridge that I'm excited about eating. Got my some family coming up this weekend. I'm excited about that. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to going into work today. Am I amazing? I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I feel amazing. Maybe amazing is too lofty of a goal. How's my coffee? My coffee is good. My coffee is good. Why do I always criticize my listeners' comments? Do I always criticize my listeners' comments? I don't know. I don't think I really do, Lisa Marie. Probably because they come from the same listeners over and over. Oh. Yeah. JB, there are, but it's part of the charm. Stop being too nice. I don't know what that means. You're from South Carolina. It's very hot in South Carolina. Yeah. I bet it is pretty hot in South Carolina. Yeah. I don't have any great desire to live in South Carolina. Used to golf a lot and would like to go visit South Carolina. I think North Carolina is probably pretty. Big Mayo says it's sweltering in Atlanta. I don't even know how it's going to be here in Wisconsin. All right. Mako says South Carolina is beautiful. All right. Oh. But, yeah. So it's Friday morning, and I appreciate you guys hopping on this morning. It's 7:21. I get to go to work in a few hours, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited about my day. I'm excited having 4 nieces and nephews coming up today, and hanging out with them. Maybe we'll go see a movie or two. Maybe we'll watch a few episodes of The Chosen. Hang out. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know where they're all going to sit, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, no, it will be fun, Big Mayo. I have 4 of them coming up, apparently. Be a crowded house. Be a crowded house for sure. But sometimes a crowded house is a really good one. And again, I'm looking forward to having them here, and I'm looking forward to going to work and eating some fruit and drinking my coffee and editing some videos, and having a great, great day. And I hope you have a great, great day as well. I hope you have had a wonderful week. I hope you had a great night's sleep. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.